With 18 winners so far, I think it's fair to say that Charlie Appleby has had a pretty successful Dubai Carnival. He, though, would be the first to tell us that it's a big team effort, and a large part of that team here at Marmoon is farrier Derek Poupard. He's developed something that means you can now shoe a horse Formula 1 style in less than a minute. So what we've got here is the very latest in equine hoof technology, and Derek's going to explain more about it because it's absolutely fascinating. And what have you got going on here? Because we can see the sort of outline of a shoe.
Well, basically, as you can see now, this is something I've been working on now for the last couple of months, is that I'm using 3D technology. And with 3D technology now, I've got a filament here that's going to start printing out what I've designed. And basically what I've done is I've taken an iPad, done my own design on this iPad. So this is a CAD program. And the CAD program then transfers across to the printer through the software on a PC. And what this does is it layers your item that you've actually built layer by layer at 0.04 millimeters. So you can imagine now, it's just laying down layer by layer, probably about 400 layers to create the shoe that I've got there. So it does take a long time, but the end product we have is a flexible, for example here, this is an interface I've made. It's a carbon fiber filament that I can use. And it's working out very, very well.
And this acts as a kind of go-between between the horse's foot and the shoe.
That's correct. So as you can see now, what we've got here is that I've made this as a template for a shoe to be screwed onto this that we can change back and forth. But I've also made it into a shoe that can be cast on without nails. Because I'm I think it's archaic that we're still nailing shoes on after thousands of years. So I'm trying to develop something, and I think this is as close as we're going to get right now to putting a shoe on without nails, and I use a casting tape for that.
And what do these do around the side, these barbs?
Right, these barbs, so what I've done with those barbs now is if you look at this little shoe dummy I've got here, I've got a casting tape that I put on, which is very similar to the casting tape if you break your arm. It's been formulated for horses. I've been working on this for 2 years now. This is a product that I've got developed. And this is a very, very light layer of glue is put on. The casting tape is put on, and those barbs that we see are what keep the shoe on. So they go onto the casting tape and hold the shoe on.
I see.
And it does work very, very well. And this product, we do nail to it. I've been using it now for the last 2 years. It's a huge success.
And what are the main advantages of using this system over your conventional bang the nail in, away you go?
Well, all along I've been trying to find a way of getting away from nailing shoes, especially on the compromised foot. Because when the compromised foot hasn't got a wall to nail onto, they get corns, they get sore feet. We like to try and help them in some way. And that's why out here in the desert, we're lucky, we've created the best environment in the world to train horses, and we train them barefoot. So the horses I can't train barefoot, I'd like to put a system like this on because I'm still not putting nails into their foot. And we do take this off, the foot is still a natural foot underneath all that.
So this is on the Warpath, and he's obviously benefited from your new design.
Yeah, so basically when he arrived here, unfortunately he had a very bad foot abscess. And that foot abscess resulted in his bone being scraped in the foot. So I got him back through the technology I've developed. So in a situation like that now, what I've developed now is this can be very easily, you can now change a shoe Formula 1 style. So that shoe can now pop off. You can see the interface that we've got there, and I can now change that to a bar shoe should I want to. And the same principle of going it back on again. And we've just changed the horse's shoe. I think that is quite incredible that we can actually do that.
I think that took you about a minute.
Exactly. So no, this to me is going to work very, very well in the future with horses that wear their shoes out. It's creating a lot of depth to the foot. It's very, very strong, and it works very well.
Are these the shoes of the future? Time will tell. But if they work for Godolphin, then that's a pretty good start.